it's hard work at the Stormers, and this has been coming through, I think, 2 or 3 seasons that the bulk of the squad have been gelling together, and then you just add a bit of spice like a Warwick, here and there, and guys coming in. So, Mani coming in, which just contributes, towards that whole, that brotherhood that we have there. And they just slot in so well, just to spend time with these guys. It's obviously, the value that we get spending time off the field with one another. I think we can see the value of that on the field, because all of a sudden there's chemistry, we get along.
Hello, welcome to Dan's Got Change with Bright Rock as the Dan Nicholl Show works its way through season 15, a season that will feature, as always, an assortment of superstars. And I've got one of them here this morning, just not in his most recognised environment. Normally he's terrorising opposition on the rugby field. Instead, we find him on the golf course. Good morning, Ruhan Nel.
How's it, Dan? Nice to be with you guys, man.
A little bit of a change from the normal sporting space we see you in. Is this the way that you let off some steam and relax and get your head out of the game of rugby?
I would like to think so, but I think sometimes this actually just increases my frustration. I'm not on that level where Kutsi, and Nietling is in the team, but I mean, it's still good to get out on the off day and play around a golf with a couple of friends. So yeah, no, it's good.
It is a welcome distraction. It's not the only one you have, though. Aside from rugby, tell me about the love of art and design and that side of Ruhan.
Yeah, so actually growing up, I always knew, that I had a love of actually drawing and, designing stuff. And actually to a point where I actually studied graphic design, So, yeah, it's just something I enjoy. It's a stress relief now, while it's not paying my salary. But, it's just something that I really, really enjoy, getting behind the camera.
So that could be life after rugby. There's still plenty of life to rugby, although already it's been a full and exciting career, and one with plenty of differences. We see you with the DHL Stormers now, but 6-7 years ago, if we'd been doing this interview, it would have been Ruhan the 7-star and Olympic Games being the main topic of conversation. When
I heard that, I wasn't even in the 7 structure, when I heard that the 7 is going to join the Olympics. And I was actually telling myself, it'll be amazing actually just to be a part of that. And obviously leading up to 2016, I broke my collarbone, so I missed the Rio Olympics. And then, I think that just lit a flame in me, that hunger and desire was still there to try and accomplish Tokyo 2020, which I obviously got injured again, but I was lucky enough to travel with the team, as a traveling reserve with the potential still to play. So just to be there in the village, seeing all these athletes that you only see on TV, being with the boys in the change room, obviously on the field, it's such a special occasion, and it's obviously the elite of the sporting world.
I sense there's a great similarity between the Blitzboks and the Stormers in that, aside from being rather good rugby players, there seems to be a real friendship to the squad, a really close-knit atmosphere in both teams that is so crucial to success.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously at the 7s, it's a bit easier because we're a smaller squad. So that interaction is more regular between one another, and it's almost more personal. I've always been a big fan of, the better we get along off the field, the better it's going to go on the field. And I think that's one of the main things at the 7s which we got right, is that chemistry between us off the field. Just made it so much lacquer and better on the field as well.
To close off, Ruhan, pick 2 people for me, one from your time with the Blitzboks, one from your time with the DHL Stormers. Who's the best roommate to have, the best touring companion, the lieutenant you'd want by your side?
Look, at the 7s, I always used to room with Shakes. He's such a cool guy. Me and Shakey come along a long way. He's been my groomsman at my wedding. So Shaky, I think, is there. But in terms of a good time, chats, guy that's a bit crazy, it's Chris Dry as well. So I'm a bit torn between the two, So at the 7s, and then at the Stormers, it'll have to be Siabelo. Just once again, we've been through so much at our time at the 7s, and then obviously now just carrying that onto the Stormers. So we just clicked back then, and now we still click there.
2 wonderful teammates. I think they'd be greatly honoured at getting that particular selection. Ruhan, you've got a round of 68 to complete at Strand, so good luck with the golf. Good luck with the rugby. And, thanks for always being a good friend to the Dan Nicholl Show.
No, thanks, Dan. Thanks so much for having me, and it's always enjoyable to be with you.
So there we go. A top amateur golfer, a world-class rugby player, and possibly an award-winning designer and cinematographer in years to come. That's Ruhan Nel talking to me on Dan's Got Change with Bright Rock.